the most fantastic Pokemon in the world is being featured in Luvdisc. It is just the best. Absolutely love Luvdisc. I'm sure, as you all do as well, because man, better than Mewtwo, better than Groudon, better than Arceus. Luvdisc. Absolutely fantastic. So yeah, we've got this to look forward to, getting another shiny one of these, because it's not like I don't have 7 of them already. I think it's probably not that 7. Hey, doing Mac, welcome in. Yeah, it's probably not quite 7, but I know it's quite a few. I've also got like 2 hundos of the most useless piece of dog stink Pokemon that you could ever have in your entire... Because if you couldn't tell, I was being completely sarcastic at the start of the screen, whatever it is. What's right out tomorrow? Inamoris. It's Valentine's week sort of thing, because it's Valentine's Day on Friday. So yeah, we got good old Luvdisc tonight for a Spotlight Hour, and then we got Inamoris tomorrow. 2 very lovely Pokemon. Unfortunately, Inamoris is not shiny, so we'll see how we go for people that are actually interested in it. But yeah, yes. How are we all doing? Welcome in, Negan. Welcome. So how are you guys today? What's been going on in the Mac and the Negan world? Anything worth mentioning? Let's have a look. Hey Lachlan, how you doing? Welcome in. Actually, good to see you. For since you never show up to streams anymore because you hate me. I mean, God, you could show some love and actually show up to streams every now and again, but no, you're too good for us now. Too good. What a sad state of affairs. What, the fact that Luvdisc is our spotlight Pokemon, or is something else going on in your life right now? Okay, cool. Scrap that. I said that we got like 7 of these. Turns out I've actually got 12. I have 12 shiny Luvdisc for some reason. Why do I have 12 shiny Luvdisc? I don't remember catching... Why? Why have I got 12 of these? 12 shinies and 2 hundos. So, if anybody wants a yellow fish, not hook us up, just, tell us. I'll hook you up. Who wants yellow fish? Oh my god, it's not a yellow fish. It's a completely different type of fish. So anyway, as you could see, if we don't get a shiny or a hundo tonight, I mean, not really good. It doesn't really matter, I don't think. At least it's not loved. Yeah. Not like last time. Wait, wasn't this a Spotlight Hour last year around this time of year as well? And that's where the whole Luvdisc came from. Because, yeah, it happens. It can be a bit of a tongue twister. Good old tongue twisting. I'm surprised. I can see 24 people in the chat at the moment for Luvdisc, of all things. Why is everybody so interested in Luvdisc? Where were all you people during Com Day on the weekend? Come on. Anyway, if you are here and you're enjoying the stream, show some love. Chuck a like on the stream for Luvdisc. Show us how much you love the disc by chucking a like on the stream, guys. Boring school. Do trust me. While you're this young, you'll think that school is the most boring thing in the world, but wait until you actually get out into the real world and you get a job that just sucks your life out of you and all that sort of stuff. You'll be pining to go back to your school years. Trust me, it happens. Enjoy school while you've got it, dude. It's like the cruisiest time of your life, even if you've got to like study and do a whole bunch of stuff. It is just a nice cruisy time of your life. The best years of your life is what I was going to say, sort of thing. So enjoy it while they last. Because I look back on my school years and I'm like, damn, I wish life was that easy again. No cares in the world. Could just do whatever I wanted, and everything was easy, cruisy. But no, now real life has taken over, and it is what it is. Why bother if you have 12 and 2? Because it's Spotlight Hour and I got to come out and stream for you guys. I mean, honestly, if I didn't want to, I wouldn't be here. It's Spotlight Hour. So, you know, sometimes I just don't have a choice, alright? Leave me alone. It's not my fault Niantic chooses bad Pokemon for Spotlight Hour. Like, honestly, they could have used Amora. Like, that could have been this Spotlight Hour. At least it's a shiny that I don't have 27 of already. Best teacher, her name is Miss... Cool story. Is she a nice teacher? I had some good teachers in school. None of them had funny names like that, but I had some cool teachers back in my high school years that knew that I probably didn't run with the best crowd, but they knew that I was probably one of the best of that crowd. Just, you know, I don't know how to put, I suppose personality-wise, but just potential-wise, I think is the best way of putting it. So they always had a soft spot for me, and they always used to be like, don't hang around with those people, James, you're better than that. But they would always cut me slack, like, especially at my coordinators. In year 10, year 9 and year 10, I had pretty good coordinators. They were like hard asses to everybody else, but when it came to me, they were like, you're pretty cool. We'll look after you. I'd get kicked out of class and be sitting at the coordinator's office, and the coordinator would walk past and be like, whose class you get kicked out of? I'd be like, blah, blah, blah. They'd be like, yeah, he's a dickhead. Come and help me out for this period. I'd be like, yep, cool. Waffles? What about waffles? Who's got waffles? I like waffles. Waffles are cool. Hey, chum, how you doing? So you're on about waffles. Again, why's the waffles? It's time for some Luvdisc. 1000 Spotlight Hour before Valentine's Day. I know. We've just been discussing how awesome it is. Hey, there's going to be someone out there that is interested. Someone's going to be excited about this Spotlight Hour. I don't know who, but there'll be somebody. I guarantee you there is at least one person in this big wide world that we live in that's favourite Pokemon just happens to be Luvdisc. I don't know why, but I guarantee you they're out there. Just actually chill. That's cool. Like, if you've got cool teachers, like, it makes it pretty cool. Going to school and stuff. It makes it easier, definitely. There's a teacher called Mr. Cox too. Oh, you go to an interesting school, though. I won't lie there. You got some interesting names. Your brother. What about your brother? What's going on? You had a kindergarten teacher whose name was Miss Moody. She lived up to her name. You remember the names of your kindergarten teachers? Man, I can hardly remember my kindergarten and probably up until, which grade can I actually start? It'd probably like be grade 2 or 3 when I can actually start. I have some memories of like earlier years, but they'd be sporadic, so it'll just like little glimpses. Oh my god, there's this one fly that won't stop buzzing around my face. It's giving me the shits. It keeps trying to land on my nose. Because she hated you. I'm sure she didn't hate you, man. Like, you're in kinder. How can you hate a kid that's that, like, you're too young to be hated at that point. Like, you haven't really developed much of a personality unless you were like walking around rubbing poo on the walls. Then maybe so. Maybe so she'd have a reason to hate you. Maybe you just, assumed that she hated you. It's like, nah, man, she really hated me. She used to lock me in the closet. Yeah, PE is strange at school. Also, there was a bomb threat. when we were in year 7, term 3 or 2 last year. Got to skip. Well, there you go. Who calls it? Honestly, it was probably somebody at school that didn't want to go to class, so they just called in a. Because, I mean, who's just going to call in a random bomb threat on a random school other than a student that goes there? That seems pretty silly. I can remember we'd have power outages on a regular basis, usually during summer, so all the air cons would go out, and some of the rooms didn't have aircon anyway, and they had windows that couldn't be opened, so the rooms would just be like 47 degrees. Back in my day, so yeah, usually we got to not to be in class during those times, which was good. Or anytime we had a substitute teacher at my high school. I don't know, it depended on the substitute teachers, but usually we had good ones. And there was this one he was like the head of the IT department. So every time he'd take you as a substitute, like he'd be a substitute for your class, he'd just take you to one of the computer rooms and you're just able to sit on the computers playing games. So we had like StarCraft and stuff like that on some of the computers, and you just sit there for a period just playing games instead of actually having to do schoolwork. It was like, yeah, that's cool. Had some good teachers. Yeah. Had some bad things at high school, but when I look back on them, and you know, have fairly fond memories. Had some good times in high school. Seems like an eternity ago at this point. Back in my day, when I was a little lad. And what makes Miss Cummings' name worse is you have her. There's so many stupid kids that thinks everything we can and funny in class and code. Yeah, that's just high school kids in general. You're gonna get that. I mean, when I said I had some good teachers and had good times and all that sort of stuff, I also had some bad teachers. I made one of my SOS teachers cry. Just from being a little asshole. But I had good teachers that I liked, and then I had some teachers which I didn't, and she was one of the ones that I didn't. And yes, one time in class I literally made her cry, and she kicked me out of class because of it. I was like, oh, looking back on it, it's just like, damn, I was a little shit. How did I actually make one of the teachers cry? Yeah, she hated me and my family, and because you constantly knew what they were teaching me, so you didn't want to return to it. Are you sure you weren't just neurodivergent sort of thing? Because my nephew is like that. Like, hasn't been diagnosed with anything, but we're pretty sure he's got something like autism. He's on the spectrum, more than likely. And yeah, he was very much like that during kinder, and he just felt like prep and stuff going into primary school. Teachers couldn't really get him to do stuff just because he didn't want to, and he already knew stuff. So if he knew something, he just didn't want to do it. Oh my god! Ah, dudes, we got it! Whoa! Yeah! Whoa! We got another freaking goldfish! My life is complete. That's so fantastic. That's the best shiny I've ever gotten, guys. My life is just... I don't think it can get any better from this point on. My life's goals. Absolutely just fat income. Okay, I can end the stream now. Bye. We did what we came to do, so I can just piss off and go home. Yay. Yeah. We're only 14 minutes in. What am I going to do for the next 45 minutes? Oh, well, we got another one. So how many shinies does that make? 6, 12, 13. Fantastic. We have 13 shiny Luvdiscs now and 2 hundos. I just want to go home. I don't want to be here anymore. You stupid fish. I hate these stupid fish so much. How you doing, delinquent? You just scrolled in this shiny. You're really sick right now, so you're going to go back to sleep, but that's awesome. No worries, delinquent. Thanks for dropping in. That sucks that you're sick. Get well soon. Being sick is not fun. It seems like everybody's getting sick at the moment, which isn't great. There is a new form of gastro going around that a lot of people seem to be getting. But yeah, dude. Fingers crossed it doesn't take you too long to get better. Enjoy your sleeps. But yes, thank you for the shiny congratulations, because you know how much I need them. If only it was a shiny that I actually didn't. Come on, game, why do you do this? Why can't they just... It's like, I know it's leading up to Valentine's Day and everything, but surely there's other things that they could choose. Like I said, even Amora or what's it called? What's the thing called? You know, the pink thing that's purple when it's a shiny. I can't think of its name off the top of my head. There's too many Pokemon and I just can't remember them all. The pink thing that's purple when it's shiny. You know what I'm talking about. Surely someone knows what I'm talking about. Hey, chum, thank you for the dono. Let's get some hearts. Woo, yeah, exactly. That's how ecstatic I am about it. It's just like, yep, cool. Yeah, go home. No, we've had pretty good luck when it comes to the shinies during Spotlight Hours of recent. Last week we didn't get one, but before that we had like 4 in a row. Every Spotlight Hour from last month we got one. Next week is... I looked at them before. I should remember what next week's Spotlight Hour is. I can't remember off the top of my head. But then week after is Tepig and Oshawott and... No, not Torchic. What's the grass starter from that generation? I can't remember. John with the 5. Something's attacking the back of my leg. I think it's a Luvdisc. Snivy, thank you. Yes, that's the one. That's the one. Where am I from? I'm from Australia. Australia. What gen? The Unova, aren't they? Because we got... It's the Spotlight Hour before the Unova tour, so I'm assuming that they're the Unova starters. I lose track of which generation the starters come from after a while. First and second gen, they're easy to remember. Anything after that, it's just like... I don't know. Until you get to like Gen 7. Then I can remember it. Like, I do remember the Alolan starters, the Galarian starters, and the Paldean starters. I think someone's pulled over by the coppers. Or maybe it's... I think that's a fire truck. That sounds like a fire truck. G'day, Charles. I'm having a hard time seeing the screen. It's very glary. I hope you don't mind that I called you Charles. Do you mind? Because, I mean, some people don't like being called Charles when their name is Charlie. For those that missed it, we do have the shiny. We got it about 5 minutes ago. To go along with my other 11. So now I have 12 shiny goldfish. I really should have wore socks. Worn socks. Wore socks. Whichever one you want to put it. Because my feet are sweaty as. And these shoes are still... I didn't put socks on because it's like, nah, I won't need them. It's too hot to put socks on. Now I'm regretting my decision because my feet are sweaty AF. And I just said, were you not listening? I just said I got a shiny. Yeah, we got another shiny. About 5 minutes or so ago. So there. Awesome. That is my 12th shiny goldfish. We have 2 hundos and 12 shinies. So, yeah. Good times. Living in good times. Snowy, Tepig, and Oshawott are the Gen 5 starters. Unova's Gen 5, isn't it? Like I said, after, because those were the generations where I wasn't really paying attention to Pokemon and that. I was off doing real life teenage things. So those middle generations, like, they're all just blended together sort of thing. So is that the first 2 generations were my childhood generations, more so Kanto. Yeah, after that, like, Johto was sort of coming out when I was still into it, but then sort of faded off. But yeah, Gen 1 and Gen 2 were, they're easy enough to remember. And then it wasn't until Gen 7 where I sort of came back into it. But again, I didn't really play Sun and Moon. I just sort of was on the tail end of that, leading into, like, Let's Go Pikachu, and when Gen 8 came out, the Galarians. So yeah, first 2 generations and then the last 3. It's my 13th. Wait, is it? Oh, okay. 13th, was it? No. Yes? Huh? I don't really care, man. I've got too many of them. Let's count again. 12. Yeah, okay, yeah, it was my 13th. You're correct. That's how much I care. I wish it wasn't my 13th. I wish I could just say, no, I don't have a shiny one of these. I can't see my screen. What have I clicked on today? Especially when everything's pink and it all just blends. It just looks like one big amorphous blob of pink on my screen. I don't want this. Go away, Dunsparce. Oh my god, no. I don't know why I care, so you know what? I don't care. I don't care enough to actually go to the effort of trying to click on it, because even if it isn't shiny, I don't want it. Stupid shiny fish. Sent rude letters to my family. I don't like it. You got a shiny Mantine and a Diglett this afternoon after school. Nice, man. Well done. See, there's some nice shiny. Not so much the Diglett, and I've got enough Diglett, but Mantine's nice. Shake your head. You did teenage stuff. You just played Pokemon and Nintendo games most of your teen years. I did not. I did things. I did Western suburbs teenage, like Melbourne teenage things. If you're from Australia and you know Melbourne and the Western suburbs, you know what that entails. Let's just leave it at that. I was a teenage boy doing teenage boy things. No, I did a lot of skating and stuff in my teenage years. That was like the years when Tony Hawk was really big, because like the games had come out, so everybody. So yeah, we did skating and rap music, wiki wah, and spray paint. Yeah, I did a lot of graffiti and stuff like that. See, so like I said, good old Westies, just skating and vandalism. You keep forgetting to catch dragons with a peephole as your buddy. What about if what am I going to do with a I've already got 2 hundos and 13 shinies. I don't need the shundo. I wouldn't think that my life is any more complete with a Shundo Luvdisc. Honestly, I'd probably feel worse off. Worse off? Worse. But I don't need this in my life. There are other things that I would much rather in my life right now. See, but that's basically my life in a nutshell. All the positive things, the good things, the lucky things that could happen in my life, they don't happen. All the unlucky things happen, like getting Shundo Luvdiscs. That would exactly be my life in a nutshell. That would be my luck. Cheers, first Mantine shiny for me. Ah, nice, dude. Nice. Shame that it's not the Mantike sort of thing. You still need to get the baby. But, nah, dude, nice. Nice. Congrats. You got a shiny Chinchou. Your second one, and it was from your daily. Nice, dude. Good old Chinny. You wasn't popular. So yeah, you spent alone basically as a loner in high school. Dude, don't worry, I know what that's like. I was fortunate though. Like my year 7, which is like, what would be the equivalent of that in year? It's probably like the first year of mid, because you guys have like primary, like elementary school, which we call primary school, then middle school and high school. Whereas in Australia, we just have primary school and high school. So there is no middle school. So yeah, my first year of high school, which would be your first year of middle school, I wasn't the most popular kid in the world. You know, had bullies and all that sort of stuff. But then by year 8, like over the summer holidays, going from year 7 into year 8, I became friends with certain people. And then most of the people that I had as bullies in year 7 ended up becoming friends. They're like, you know what, you're pretty cool. Like when I got into skating and doing all that sort of stuff, I ended up hanging out with a lot of these people. And yeah, I became one of the popular kids. Not popular, but I wasn't. I wasn't sort of like the nerdy kid or the unpopular kid anymore. I had friends. I hung around with the right friend groups, got to know people, had good time. Basically, when it comes down to it, it's not what you know, it's who you know. And yeah, I suppose I was just lucky that I have a cool enough personality, a likable enough personality, I should say, that I ended up becoming friends with, like I said, the people that used to not get along with so well. And then just went from there. I mean, I still had people that were bullies and stuff, but yeah. They were usually just the real assholes of the school. They were the people that went around putting sharp objects into people. Because like I said, I grew up in the west side of Melbourne, like the western suburbs. So yeah, I went to school with a few people that did some questionable things. Like I said, I associated with groups of people that did questionable things. But then there was other people. But I was lucky just because I had a lot of Islander friends. So Maoris and Tongans and stuff like that. And a lot of the people that were those sort of bullies were scared of those people just because they were. So there was many a times where my mates would just tell these people like, don't mess with James, otherwise we're going to mess you up, sort of thing. And so yeah, I was just lucky. I knew the right people, so I was pretty safe when it came to being bullied too much by the people that would have done hurty things. I don't know how to put it in a straight. Hello. Had a dog just walk up to me. Yeah. Sharp object placement in people were things that I could avoid just because. Yeah. Dawn, how you doing? You've come in an interesting time. We're having an interesting conversation. How you doing, Dawn? Welcome in. Can you use it to evolve your Pokemon? I don't think she's a person, not an actual. Don't think you want that. Don't think she wants that. People didn't really mess with me. They tried to once, but once they saw you didn't care, kept walking, they just left me alone. As long as you can just fly under the radar sort of thing, you're usually pretty good in high school, middle school and all that sort of stuff, depending on where you are in the world. But yeah, like I said, where I grew up in Footscray and stuff, there was a lot of like drug problems and stuff. So like Footscray was always known for being filled with not so great people. So that's what made it just a little bit, you know, if you didn't know the right people sort of thing, you would have had issues sort of thing. But yeah, I was just lucky enough that I was able to befriend all the right people, and for the most part was looked after because of that. I didn't go out of my way to cause trouble. Didn't have trouble come my way for the most part, which was good. Had a few run-ins with certain people that were just dicks, but yeah, again, it came back to just knowing the right people and ended up being left alone for the most part. You got an award from your teacher today, because of you're respectful and working hard for the last 3 weeks. Nice, dude. Congratulations. That was something that I didn't see a lot of in school, awards and stuff, because I didn't do a lot of work. I did enough work to pass the classes and stuff, but looking back on it, it's because back in those days, there wasn't a lot of research into like ADHD and autism and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, you didn't really know. And looking back on it, I'm just like, yeah, that's probably why I didn't pay much attention in class, because it wasn't stuff that interested me. So my ADHD was just like, yeah, I can understand why I didn't do a lot of work, especially like math and stuff, because math was always my worst subject. I hated it. Numbers just don't interest me. But the more creative classes, like art, you know, writing and all that sort of stuff, wasn't too big on writing, but I did have a interest in the English language, just because of like I was into, you know, hip hop music and all that sort of stuff, and I wanted to grow up to be a, you know, a rapper like every teenage boy in the West. So yeah, I just had an interest in like English language, so creative writing and art and all that sort of stuff I was into, but any of the other things like social studies or math, LOT, which is language other than English, I just had no interest in whatsoever. We'd let the teachers' tires down. Some of the people that I hang around with did things more than that. They actually stole one of the teachers' cars at one point. Went on a joyride, stole it straight out of the car park at the school. One of the teachers used to drive a Volkswagen Beetle, and one of the, I think it was year 11s or year 12s, I can't remember, but it was during muck-up day. They actually picked up the teacher's car and like turned it around and had it, you know, it's like one of the old things that people used to do with Volkswagens, because they're so light, like a group of people can easily just like pick them up. So they like picked it up, and I think at one time they actually put it up on bricks as well, just so the teacher couldn't get their car off of the thing, because it was like up on bricks. Had some interesting high school years. Like I said, it was fun. I have fond memories for the most part. Good old high school. But yeah, we got into a big discussion about high school just because Mac's like, I find school boring. As I said, dude, enjoy it while it lasts, because you will look back on your years and well, hopefully. I know it's not for everyone. Like, some people do look back on their high school years and they're like some of the worst years of their life for a number of reasons, whether it's bullying or just not fitting in and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, hopefully you'll look back on them in the later years of your life and you'll just be like, you know what? It wasn't so bad. I had fun. I mean, I've still got like people that I met in high school that I would consider like some of my best friends. I mean, some of the people that I have as friends I met in kindergarten. I've known them ever since. Some people I met in primary school, and then others I met in high school, sort of thing. So yeah, had a nice mix of friends that I've met since back in the day. Thank you, you understand, that's no good. You're in grade 9 now. And I'll be 15 in September. Nice, dude. Good old year 9. So year 9 was a good year. Like year 8 and year 9 and year 10, because I dropped out of high school after year 10. Sort of thing. They were probably the best. As I said, year 7 wasn't fantastic, but anything after that was pretty good. Mantine, not shiny, unfortunately. Not like yours, Charlie. Hey, that's not what I wanted. I want fishy. That's not fishy. Give me fishy. There we go. Not shiny. Man, we're only 36 minutes. We've still got like 25 minutes left. I'm really over this Spotlight Hour already, to be honest. As I said, it'd be nice if they would mix it up a little bit, because I'm pretty sure we've had Luvdisc as a Spotlight Hour before. And they tend not to repeat Spotlight Hours, but I think just because of the Valentine's Day events sort of thing, because we've got Enamorous tomorrow for Raid Hour, they could have mixed it up. There's other heart love type Pokemon that they could have chosen over this. It's just not an interesting Pokemon. Jahani out. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that right. Wrong. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that right. I meant to pronounce it wrong, just so you know. Yes, I am shiny hunting for something that I do not like in any shape or form. We do have the shiny. We got one 20 minutes ago. Also, to add to my collection, I now have 13 shiny Luvdiscs. Yep. I am rolling in Luvdiscs. 2 hundos, 13 shinies, so yeah, we're having a great time. Get our time. If we get another one, I mean, I honestly don't know how I would feel if I ended up getting another shiny. Yeah. Don't ask me why, but we do. As you can see, we have our wall of goldfish, and then for some reason, I've also got 2 hundos. That one was Melton. This one is hatched, that one. So yeah, one's from the wild, one was hatched. That's why I've got 2 of them, because I'm pretty sure I haven't caught 2, because I never catch these things. I think the first hundo was back when we used to have maps and they would be reported, sort of thing, so it was within range of me going and getting. And that's back when I was hunting hundos, so it was one that I just wanted to add to the collection. That would make sense of why I would go out of my way to catch a hundo Luvdisc. But yeah, the second one was hatched. How you doing, Blaze? Welcome in. Welcome in. It has been a while. How have you been, man? How have you been? I'm actually really surprised that we've had a steady view count on this stream. It's just like, why? Why? Out of all the things, Luvdisc just seems to be pulling people in. Out of any Pokemon, why is this one being so popular? I did stream Com Day on the weekend, guys. Like, where was everybody then? Hey, Diana. Welcome in. How are you doing? Sorry, I didn't see you come in. How's you doing? 13. How long would you do? They're not all from today, but these Luvdisc. I had a couple. I think most of these came from an event. Research day. I was going to say there had to be something. So day. I think that's where the majority of these came from. Caught during field research. Caught during field research, yeah. Field research. I was going to say, there had to be a reason why I had so many of these. So we had a gold shiny research day last year. So yeah, the vast majority of these came from that. I'm a real Pokemon Go grinder. For shinies, yes. For other things like Stardust and XP and all that sort of stuff, not so much. There are more hardcore grinders than me when it comes to that sort of stuff. I just like shiny hunting, hence why I'm not really catching any of this stuff. I'm just trying to get the shinies. And at this point, we have nearly 3,600 shinies. How many shinies do we? Oh, we do. We have 3,616 shinies now because of Com Day on the weekend. So as you can see, we did pretty well for Com Day. We have ourselves a whole bunch of Shelmets and Carablast. But yeah, Com Day is basically where I shine. No pun intended. As you can see, we get a lot of Com Day shinies. So that's why I'm out during spotlight hours and stuff like that to hunt all the shinies. Been alright. You last went on your stream in March last year. Well, it has been a long time, almost a year at this point. Because, I mean, March is next month. Where have you been? Why did you abandon us? Come on. I want answers. Tell me. What did I do wrong? You snuck in, Diana. You snuck in and said hello. That's not usually how most people sneak into, like, you got a sneaky dude, like, going to rob a bank, he's, like, sneaking in, he's like, hello! G'day, Greg, good to see you again. Are you taking off, Charlie? No worries. You too, man. Good to see you. Have a good day. It is a bad thing that you showed your friend that didn't watch anime to try out Pokemon. And let's just say, when he saw Cynthia. Yeah. I think Cynthia is one of the fan favorites when it comes to the Pokegirls, though. There's a few. Not gonna lie. If I'm gonna, like, had to choose any of the Pokegirls, though, as probably my favorite one, I like Sonia. I think it's pretty cool. I don't know. I have a thing for redheads, so she would be my Pokegirl crush. That sounds so sad. But if I had to choose one, don't get me wrong, Cynthia's nice as well. And the, I can't remember her name now, but the female professor from the Paldea, the tribal girl, tribal professor, whatever her name was, she was pretty cool too. Bossy Jimmy, how am I being bossy? What did I do? Anyways. Alright, we have 15 minutes. Oh, and I'm almost back at the car. I didn't walk slow enough. Now I have to keep walking for another 15 minutes. God damn you, Luvdisc. It's how eager I am to finish. I've just walked too quick. It is probably a good thing that I am almost back at the car, though, because I could use some water. Walking 2 kilometers in. How hot is it today? Let's have a look. Pretty warm. It says 29. It's probably about that. Are you going to update? Just clicking on it. 29, which isn't the worst in the world. I've definitely... Okay, 31. So, that's a bit warmer. It is very sunny. So yeah, it's just a bit warm. But yeah, out of all the days that we've had recently, except for Com Day on the weekend, that was actually not too bad weather, but other events that we've had recently, every single event has been in like 35-degree plus weather, and it's just been so bad. I'm hoping that the Unova tour, because it's at the end of February, like leading into autumn, it's usually the hottest part of the year, sort of like end of February, early March, because we're at sort of like the peak of being closest to the sun sort of thing because of the summer months. Yeah, I'm hoping that the 2 days are going to be decent weather, because I really don't want to be walking around in oven-like temperatures for 8 hours over 2 days. But no, the way that I've sort of structured the last streams like that, like the tours and Go Fest and everything, day one has been more of like a grind, shining day. Day two has been a spend a few hours shiny hunting to get the few things that I wanted that I didn't get on day one, and then spending sort of the rest of the day raiding. So we'll see how we go. From what one normal first DLC of you think third? Wait, what are you talking about? That does not make a lot of sense. What are you trying to say? From what one normal first DLC of I think third DLC? That is that a riddle? Because I'm not quite sure what you're trying to say in that. Dude, there you go. That's... It's gobbledygook. It's English, but I still don't understand. That's not really saying much. I struggle speaking and understanding English at the best of times. It's my first language. It's my only language. And I'm still not good at it. See? I'm still not good at it. It's probably... I proved my point very eloquently there. But yet, at the same time, I use words eloquent. Water. Oh my god, it's hot in this car. I should have left the windows down a bit. Sorry. Water. That's good. Alright. We've got enough fuel to walk for a few more minutes. Because, yeah, we've got like 11 minutes left, so I'll keep walking for another 6 or 7 minutes and then turn around and just walk back to the car. So you can get ourselves another shiny. Because I totally need it. I mean, at this point, I could probably just be like, alright, I've done this. In these last 10 minutes. But it wouldn't be a spotlight hour if I did that. It'd be a spotlight 49 minutes. And that just doesn't roll off the tongue. Jimmy needs to start more. I know I do. I just gotta have the motivation to do it. As I said, it's easy to do this because I've been doing it for so long. And I have my set streams because of the days. Anything else, because it's my choice, it just becomes so hard to motivate myself. As I said the other day, I had to reinstall Windows on the computer because it was broken. So everything is sort of not set up. So I need to go through and set up all the stream stuff again. So that's going to take a bit of effort, and that's another thing that's just like, I have to do all that stuff before I can start streaming other stuff. So there's I have an excuse not Oh no, there are games coming out. Dark Ages is coming out in May. So I was thinking of doing like the other Doom games leading up to it. But at the same time, I'm like, well, Doom Dark Ages is supposed to be like a prequel to Doom 2016 and Eternal. So I could do it in that order. I could play Doom Dark Ages first, then 2016, and then just so they're sort of in chronological, whatever that word is, order. Chronological. That's a stupid word. I don't like it. See, mastery of the English language, guys. Like the person that was talking about after Cynthia, normal games or the first. I still don't know. You're still confusing me, Mac. You do remember who you're talking to, yes? Jimmy's brain go unga bunga. Start Fortnite content in. Use female skins since they're sweeter than male skins. No, I'm not doing Fortnite content. There's one person that I know that could get me to start playing Fortnite, and that's one of the girls that I'm talking to, because she plays Fortnite and we've discussed it, sort of thing. Other than that, I have no interest in playing Fortnite. Being able to use it as an excuse to socialize and talk to and, you know, spend more time with one of my lady friends, yeah, cool. Any other... I don't want to touch it with a 10-foot pole. I've never been into Fortnite. It's not my thing. How you doing, Impossible? Welcome in. Jimmy's drinking too much longer. No, I'm good. I don't really drink these days. I haven't drank alcohol in... I don't even remember the last time. It was only a few weeks ago, but I just don't drink much at all. I'm good. I drink more water and like protein water and coconut water and all that sort of stuff these days. Staying away from the fizzy drinks, soft drinks and alcohol, and doing me workouts. I want to get back, like not back into the gym, but I want to start going to the actual gym properly, because I work out at home. I've got weights and all that sort of stuff at home, but I'm getting to the point where I'm sort of hitting my limits. That stuff, like I can still train at home when I feel like it, but I feel like I need to start training on proper machines and stuff if I want to start bulking a bit more. It's a bit easier because they're a bit more concentrated on different muscle groups. Like you can actually dial it in and do stuff properly. And my shoulder's been sore lately. I did something to my shoulder. Like it's fine. It's not really sore, but when I start lifting, like my left arm is just so much weaker than my right arm. I couldn't even lift the dumbbell the other day. Like I was trying to like do curls sort of thing, and my right arm was fine with the weight that I had. It's like a, how much is it? 5, 6, 7, it's like a 12 or 13 kilo dumbbell. Right arm's fine, and my left arm was fine lifting it as well, but all of a sudden it's just like I can't lift it properly. I'm like, what's going on? Why is my arm so weak? It's not sore or anything, but it's my lat. My side lat is sore. That it's sore, so I've strained a muscle in my arm. So you need to do more concentration stuff, which I think would be better at the gym. But that means I need to buy a gym membership. But again, it gets me out of the house, gives me another avenue to meeting women and stuff, I suppose. Even though you're not allowed to look at women in the gym these days, because they might try and post you up on Instagram and call you out for being a creep. And it's just like, I'm just trying to say hello. I'm not a creep. I'm just a nice guy that just wanted to say hello. Also, the reason why you love Fortnite so much has been in modes is back in shop. Yeah, see, that's why I like, because it's all Fortnite is just a thing to make money off of skins. Like it's they just take other people's IPs and just put them into their game, which just, I don't know, it just doesn't really appeal to me. I have no interest in spending money on cosmetic things for games, like extra skins and all that sort of stuff. Don't do it for me. I don't care what my character looks like. I'm here to play a game. So yeah, a whole game that's marketplace is basically set up just to sell skins and have events where they're going to make money off it and stuff. Sounds pretty. Here I am playing Pokemon Go, and it's just like, dude, that's all Pokemon Go is. Alright, it is 4 minutes until the end of Spotlight Hour, so I guess it's time to turn around and start walking back to the car, because we got our shiny. We're not going to get another one. It's Luvdisc. I can't be bothered putting any more effort into this. You got a shiny Negan. Nice, awesome. You also got your very undesirable shiny. How does that make you feel? Do you feel accomplished? Do you feel proud? Do you feel like your life goals have been obtained? You have nothing else that you ever want to do now? That breeze is cooled off nicely. It's actually not too bad right now. Very nice temperature. Sun's still a bit warm, but the breeze is sort of helping to ease it. You feel just great. I knew you would. You feel just like I do. Accomplished. We did a thing, guys. We did a thing. What about if they got cat on? I wouldn't care. I just told you that I don't care about it. It doesn't matter what they have as the skins. They've got the Doomslayer in Fortnite, and Doom is one of my favorite games. I don't care. It's like, cool. If I want to run around as the Doomslayer, I'll do it in Doom, and that way I can still kill things with a chainsaw. Can't do that in Fortnite. There's no gory kills. I can't rip the tonsils out of a demon and then shove it up its butt. Where's the fun in that? Unless you're giving a demon oral and then rectal exam at the same time, and moving on to another demon and ripping its arm off to beat another demon to death. It's like, it's just no fun. I just have no interest. I just don't want to do it. As I said, skins just can't really do it for me. And unfortunately, Jimmy English at it again. Unfortunately, too many games are like that these days, where it's just, pre-order the game and get one extra mission and then some skins and stuff like that, and like that's how the whole pre-ordering thing, it's just become stupid. I grew up in an era where games were one and done. You bought a game and you got the full game for, on release sort of thing. These days they release half a game and they're like, oh, we'll release the other half of it later down the track and call it a DLC. And release some skins and all that sort of stuff. Make people pre-order and so they can get all their sales up to please the shareholders and stuff. Like, oh, look at all the sales that we got on this half-completed game. But we get it all through pre-sales just because we market it as being this fantastic game that's going to be the best game ever. And then you get games like Cyberpunk, unfortunately, on release, Black Ops 6, all that sort of stuff that are all these broken games that just players can't play. But they spend all this money leading up to to buy these games because they're marketed as just like, this is going to be the best game ever, and they're just not. So yeah, pre-orders and skins and all that sort of stuff have ruined the gaming industry, and it's just money-making schemes. We just need to go back to the way it used to be, where game companies put passion into actually making games, released games that were completed, and I have nothing against DLCs as long as it's something that actually adds on to the game rather than it just being finishing the game, what should have been released on release for the game sort of thing. Maintains. But nice. We got our shiny. 11 likes. We can get a few more there. If you haven't already, guys, please do smash the like button on the stream. It does help out. It's kind of what yeah, exactly. That's what I was just saying. That's why indie games are basically what is good about the gaming industry these days, because they're passion projects. Most indie games are created by people that have a passion to actually do game design. Release a good game that people want to play. AAA. I'm not going to say all AAA titles, because there are still some that come out which do hit it out of the ballpark. But for the most part, it's just trying to make as much money off of pre-sales and stuff like that. There's no passion behind it. It's just driven by CEOs of big companies like EA, Ubisoft, Bethesda. Like, Bethesda is my favorite game development company because of Fallout and Elder Scrolls and all that sort of stuff. But even they have become to the point where it's just trying to make money. I mean, there's nothing wrong with trying to make money, but putting that ahead of releasing good games, that's why you get games like Starfield, which unfortunately just didn't hit the mark because they just tried to release something that nobody really wanted. It was just a boring game for the most part, which they've sort of fixed with stuff afterwards, but on release it was just a fairly boring game because you were just wandering around on planets doing nothing. There was nothing in the game that really made it interesting. That'll do. That'll do. Now, unfortunately, I think you're going to have to stand outside the car. Because the battle is starting. Damn it. Now I have to stand on the outside of the car. Unless I can sneak in while I... See, my Pokemon just stopped attacking then. I'm typing on the screen, but it's not doing anything, which is unfortunate. Got that chip damage, which is fantastic, because now I can just go smacky smacky and then smacky smacky. GG's. So even with the lag and the loss of a Pokemon, which I shouldn't have lost when I did it, we still got the win. All right. Done, done, done. Alrighty, guys. Well, I think that pretty much does it for tonight's stream. We did our Spotlight Hour. Like, I'm surprised we had as many people as we did in the stream during Spotlight Hour. I think it's just because of the time difference. It's a bit better than on the weekend for Com Day. But yeah, it's just weird. People were more interested in Luvdisc than they were for Carablast and Shelmet. But it is what it is. But yeah, alrighty guys, I will be back tomorrow evening for Enamorous Raid Hour. Unfortunately, it's not a shiny, but we'll still host some raids, get some non-shiny possible hundos for you guys and myself. But we'll see how we go. We'll see how interested people are in them. But yeah, that's what we'll be doing. And then on the weekend, it is Hooper Raid Day on Saturday. I do supposedly have a date organized for Saturday, but we'll see how that goes, sort of thing, just because I'm still in the process of planning it, and the girl that I'm talking to can be a little bit flaky when it comes to communication, because she struggles with it a little bit, but that's okay. If we don't end up going, it is all good. We will see how we go. But yeah, I'll let you guys know on Saturday anyway. There goes my sunglasses. But yeah, ready? Smash that like button. And yeah, enjoy your morning, evening, noon, or night. Stay safe. Happy hunting. Good luck for your Spotlight Hour if you're still doing it. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow evening. So until then, peace out. Have a good one. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye, 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 bye.